What is going on, guys? Thanks for joining my channel, Robinhood. This is Bob. Today is Sunday, November 15th, and today, guys, we have huge news with Simon Property Group and Taubman Centers. We are going to go over my last week's moves, my moves I plan on doing this week, and also my stance on Simon Property Group's future. So let's get started. So Simon Property Group and Taubman Centers today announced that they have reached a definitive agreement modifying the original terms. So they are purchasing it at $43 per share in cash. The original agreement was $52.50. So this is an 18% discount. So originally they were going to purchase it for $3.6 billion. So they're getting it just over $2.9 billion, saving them about $650 million on this deal. So the modified merger will, Simon Property Group will acquire 80% ownership while 20% partner in TRG. So this is expected to close late 2020 or early 2021, really depending on the shareholders of Taubman. So this is huge news here. So I think it actually is good and bad. The good is because if this did not fall through, Simon Property Group was already spending about $20 million in lawyer fees, and even Taubman Centers said they spent about $17 million in lawyer fees, and they were saying that the breakup fee, if it did not work it out, could be upwards of $1 billion. So Simon Property Group definitely got this at a decent deal. The only downfall is that Taubman Centers did put their numbers out, and they were probably did one of the worst numbers out of all the malls and all the REITs out there. So they are on a downfall compared to other malls or similar centers like they are. So Simon Property Group is kind of buying out another failing business centers, but I do suspect them to be able to turn it around and make a profit out of it long term. If we do go into another complete shutdown with the malls, then this will definitely hurt Simon Property Group. The only other good thing about it is that Taubman Centers are not allowed to declare or pay dividend prior to March 1st. So at least the next one or two dividend payouts, Simon Property Group will not have to eat. The shareholders currently that own the stock will do it. Taubman Centers right now are sitting at about $39, so I do suspect on Monday the shares will go all the way up to at least 43, if not 45. And then I suspect it will start to fall off just a little bit. People selling off, just trying to take the money while they can. So that's my thoughts and news about Simon Property Group and Taubman Center agreement. So I believe this isn't the best deal, but I believe in the long run, getting it at the price they're getting it at will be best overall in the very long run. So let's check out my moves I did last week. So I don't only just do Simon Property Group, I do a lot of small moves. Just to show you a few here, I did purchase Microsoft. I did do 50 shares, spent about $10,500 on it. So I bought that on the November 10th. It was way down at anything that Microsoft is at low 210s. If it goes under 210, I'll buy it and then sell it when it goes back up. So you can see on the 10th, it was at 211. I bought 50 shares. On the 12th, went off to 216, so I sold. So I made a quick 250 bucks off of this. So I also did like to mess with Inno. So this one is a drug company. It was doing really well, and then their vaccine got put on hold for a while, and then it dropped dramatically. So when it did put their numbers out and it went down to $8 some change, I did purchase 7 contracts, getting a premium of $78 per contract at $5.46. A day later, it did shoot back up. I just wanted to take the profit. I could have just waited and collected the whole thing, but with this stock, it's so volatile. It's really hard to see what it's going to do. But I was able to make about $450 off of this just in one day. So those two moves, I made about $600 just on those two moves. I also did purchase more Simon Property Group as well. So if we take a look at what I did here, I purchased 100 more shares on the 12th at $68.82. And then also on the 12th earlier, because it was falling and falling. I bought another 100 shares at 70.67, and I did 11 calls at $27 to $85 as well on the 13th. So I was able to get them at a pretty cheap price just before it went up. So as we can see with Simon Property Group, on the 12th when I purchased it was about $68, $70, and then the next day it went up all the way up to $75.40. So I did make a pretty good amount of money just off of this. As you can see, I am currently at 1,100 shares. That day I made $6,800. So total cost I have in it, this is including my margins. So total return is at $10,942. And this basically just happened within that week. So if you looked at my videos before, I was in the red just on the returns. So it was about 11 grand I made in a week. So if we check out my spreadsheet, so today it is 10,942. I'm up just in the investment. I did end up buying out the 9 option calls that I had on here because it went back up, and I did want to get the money back when it went down, so I did buy them for $20 a piece. So I ended up making $1,647, and that was in about a 3-day period that I did this. So I made about $1,600 in 3 days. I ended up buying 11 more calls at $27 at an $85 strike price. So I really am not making that much more than what I bought it for, just $7, 77 bucks. But if we look overall, including all the options that I've done, the dividends I got paid out was a total of $3,700. So I made $3,700 on my option trades, and I believe this is about 3.5 months worth of work. And my total investment is at $10,942. So total profit currently that I have is $14,642. So far, very good. I'm very happy where it's at. So I am a little concerned about Simon Property Group just because I really have not been paying as close attention that I should with the coronavirus cases. So if we do look in new cases in the United States, it went all the way from 50,000 all the way up to 181,000 cases per day. The death rate is at about 1,200, so that is not as high as I thought it would be for the amount of people getting the virus. So it's still concerning to me. So there are other states that are starting to do restrictions. I am in Maryland. I know Virginia is having restrictions up to 25 people gatherings. Maryland has cut down to 50 people in bars. Everything is technically still open, but they are shutting things down little by little. So it is concerning me. So what my plan is for Simon Property Group on Monday, if it is in the green by any amount above what it's at now, I will probably just sell my margins. Because if you look at the week and the month here, it went up so much. I believe I was up almost $16,000 at this point here, and then it fell so far. I lost probably 13,000 of that. So just with margins, it's such a big swing. And if for some reason it went all the way down farther to, let's say, $60, I would have been down $3,000 or $4,000 in margins, and that would have took away from what I've actually tried to build on. So that's my plan. So if it is 75, 76, if it goes back up to 80, I will definitely sell my margin parts. So it would probably be about 600 shares would be on my margins. So I would sell 600 shares, still hold about 500. And then if Simon Property Group did fall, let's say down to 60s again, high 60s, anything in the 60s, I probably would use the margins to buy more. But if Microsoft or Tesla ends up going down on Monday, I probably would just flip it. I probably will sell Simon Property Group, the 600 margin shares, and use that to buy either Tesla or Microsoft just in the short term. So that's my goal for Monday and next week, just to keep an eye on, see how Simon Property Group. I think the news with Simon Property Group and Taubman Centers may bring it up to a higher level, but then I believe it will probably be a sell-off if it is green. But even with this new deal, it could also be a negative effect on Monday for Simon Property Group. So it is a possibility also for Simon Property Group to fall on Monday as well. So if it does fall on Monday, depending on how much, I will decide to see what I will do with my margins. With margins, I usually just like to do short term. I don't like to hold too long. It's just I like to try to find a deal just quickly in and out, so I don't have too much risk on losing too much money at that time. So today, guys, that will be all for today. If you like what you hear and see, please definitely hit the subscribe button. I recently just hit my 100 subscription goal. Next goal is 200. Hit the like, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Have a good day.